It is a pleasure that you could join us again, Honorable Village Elder. Your wisdom and guiding hand has ably served the town of Banpo. Previously, you laid out the village's houses and other community structures, kept the population fed on game meat and millet, established a booming ceramics industry, and, with generous homage offerings, attracted the venerable creator goddess Nuwa. Now wheat, another nutritious grain, can be grown to supplement the harvest. More importantly, however, a world beckons beyond your village walls. Already, explorers have departed Banpo in hopes of discovering other towns. As leader, you will soon learn how to interact with other cities of China.
G'day mates, welcome back to Emperor. We are heading on back to Banpo again by the sounds of things. And looks like they are opening up a few more things. Looks like we have a new food type available, and the world map may well be about to open up, as well as a few other things, trade and various other stuff. So let's head on into the game. Yep, out with the old, into the new, blah blah blah. We don't need to worry about that. I will walk you through that again as usual. Now the important thing here is we're going to grow a new food type. I'll just pause that so we don't go too far. Now we need a new food type. And you'll see here we can now grow wheat. Now, the interesting thing with this is that rather than build another farm, I probably will build another farm down here, but the interesting thing to note is that it is possible to, let's just say, replace a couple of these. We'll place maybe those. We'll put down some wheat fields once those red bits move away. There we go. So I can throw down some wheat, so I can now grow millet and wheat in the one area. And that'll harvesting in, so it begins in March, and this season begins in July. So they'll start growing the wheat first, and then they will grow the millet afterwards, and it allows you to get more efficient use out of the farm than you would otherwise normally get. So we're going to accept wheat in here as well, and we're going to go down to 12 for all of them. Over here, bring you down to 12, and actually you're going to get that, you're going to get wheat as well. So then we have 3 food types, and once we have the third type in there, I will actually instruct our food dude over here to start purchasing a higher quality food type. Now we are struggling a little bit feeding all these people off that tiny crappy little farm, so I'm going to throw down another farm, expand out, possibly even another hemp farm over, perhaps over here somewhere, and then we'll be all sorted. And here we are, the wheat is growing, and the millet hasn't yet started. Millet will begin in July, which is shortly, but not just yet. The harvest is actually in July. Now this changes from map to map, depending on what climate you're in. But in this case, this will actually harvest it in July. At the same time, they begin planting that out, so there is no overlap. Sometimes you can have overlap, and depending on your needs, it sometimes can be useful to specialize one farm so that there is no overlap at all. Again, that really depends on you as a player. And, ooh, okay, Hemadu discovered. Let's have a quick peek at the world map. Now, I am running the 1080p mod, so the widescreen mod, and that is unfortunately going to give us this ugly little edge of map thing here. Normally you wouldn't see all this stuff, but you know, we've got to work with what we've got. Now, our village of Banpo over here on the Wei River in sort of central western China-ish, I think. Have a look at Hemdu. We don't know anything about them. We know actually nothing about Hemdu. So, to find out about them, we need to send something to them. We can send a spy, we can send a diplomatic request to open trade. But to begin with, we're actually going to send, let's send some ceramics. I reckon they'll probably like ceramics. We will send a small gift of ceramics to them. Now, if they, I'll cover that later actually, I'll cover whether they like it or not. Okay, Hemdu really appreciates my modest gift of ceramics, which they sorely need. Now, that's great, that was a good guess by me. Let's have a quick look at Hemdu. Now they need, so they're willing to trade for, silk and ceramics. So, because I gave them a gift that they're willing to buy, it is a definitely required gift. If I give them anything else, it's like a neutral gift, and I believe if I give them something they produce, it's not really worth it to them. They don't particularly care about it, and they will accept the gift, but they don't, you don't get much benefit out of it. So they're happy that we sent them something. While we're there, let's send a diplomatic request to open trade with them. This will take a little while for our guy to travel out, but hopefully now that they're a little bit happier with us and they know that we have ceramics to give them, they will come through and buy what we want. Okay, the millet is about to be harvested and come in, and that'll give us the appetizing food we need. In preparation for that, I'm going to throw down a... Okay, we found a new place. I'm going to throw down a ceramic shop here. Now they will... Oh yeah, I've already upped the amount of food they need. So they'll go buy ceramics and they'll bring them back and they'll begin to stock ceramics that the little dude walking around up here can start to sell to people. And I've told them only to buy appetizing food. Now currently, they've only got bland food because there was only one type, which was meat. So they're currently eating red cooked meat. Once they get all 3 types in, once the millet harvest comes in, which is happening right now, they will be able to go out and buy that food and these people will level up. They currently have sufficient food in there, so they're not going to starve just yet. And there we go, Hemdu accepted to trade with us, so we can deal with that in a second. Let's just have a quick look at the food. They're still doing red cooked meat. They should go out and buy more of that shortly. There we go, so we now have... Wait, why have we got bland food? Oh no, they're still buying it. They're working on Mongolian hot pot, is the current one. Once they get the food back, then we now have the appetizing food. So we have some Mongolian hot pot, which is millet, wheat, and the meat over there. It's giving our people the opportunity to level up. Some of them anyway. Acrobat? Do we not have an acrobat? Nope, I need more entertainment. Hang on, maybe this is the limit of what we can get for this particular mission. So we do require jade carvings in 1 year. So let's start trading. Now that we are trading with Hemdu, let's go and import stuff. Now to import, you actually build a dedicated trading station. It's like a really big warehouse. So we can actually export ceramics. So they will go from here, grab the ceramics and bring them back. And we can also import jade. We could probably bring in rice as well if we wanted another food type. But for now I'm satisfied. Need more workers. I think that will... I'll just put that up slightly just to increase our unemployed people, and that'll allow me to throw down some artisans. We have some Jade Carvers Studios, so that'll give me... let's spend the money, and 1,000 people, brilliant. Now, where can I fit these? Some Jade Carvings, there we go. Throw in... There you go, and that should allow these people to get everything sorted. I will need an inspector's tower out here so that these buildings don't burn down. But they will come along and they will trade and buy these. There's the trading people, come along and buy the ceramics, and they should drop off. Or not. Am I buying? I am buying jade. So perhaps... Okay, so I've already bought the jade for the year maximum, which was 12, and it's already been placed in here. So we are now producing carved jade things, and to do that I need a storage area. Let's throw a sneaky little warehouse over here, and you can accept nothing but carved jade. Now carved jade, to my understanding, is not used anywhere in the game. It is simply an import-export business. So we'll store the carved jade in here, and while we're at it, Daequan, now I'm guessing here, I'm going to guess that they would actually have enough carved jade to send a gift, but I reckon they want to buy that stuff. So we're going to, once we get enough in there, we're going to send a gift of carved jade and make them very, very happy. Oh, I've been forgetting these people. So give them a gift of hemp and keep them happy. There are now 2 of them to look after. Shen Nong, the Divine Farmer, he makes it cheaper to build things when he's in the city, and so he can bless a farm and make them grow food a lot better. That is interesting. He can also satisfy any food requests, so he may be useful to spend some resources on getting him around. Okay, we now have 4 carved jade, and we've done that in 1 year. Now let's have a quick look here. You'll notice that best is 0. So these produce 4 in 1 year, or produce X number in 1 year, only count at the end of the year. So we might be able to produce, 10 or 20 by the end of the year if we can bring in enough jade, and before people will even notice, and before we go to victory. So that gives us enough time to head out here and send off some carved jade to these people here. Very expensive good to send off, but I think if it works, they will like that very much and should be able to open up trade immediately after that. Well, that's not good. We've just had massive collapses. Seems like I didn't... By building in that road up here, the inspector's tower has been going the wrong way. So we've lost 2 warehouses and they had all of our food and all of our ceramics and hemp. So really not a good thing. Bad planning on my part. Okay, looks like a foreign emissary has arrived. Now we can refuse. We can kill them, which will really piss off the people who sent them, or we can permit them. Now I do believe they might be able to do something. They may be spying or they may be doing some sort of sabotage. We'll let them in and we'll see what they want. And oh wow, 3 piles of uncut jade. That's really nice. But we'll postpone that and give us enough time to accept the jade over here. There we go, 3 piles of uncut jade. I will accept that. That was a... Oh, okay, at the same time, the other people are very, very pleased for the carved jade. That's brilliant. So I was correct. They also will buy ceramics and hemp from us. So these guys are going to be pretty good. I reckon we would be served well by opening up trade with them. And there we go. We now have trade with Daiwenko. Daiwenko, I don't know how to pronounce that. Let's throw... No, we want a trading station. And with Daiwenko, we'll throw that right there. Should fit in beautifully. Now we can sell them the carved jade, sell them the ceramics, and sell them any extra hemp that we might have. Now I don't want to sell off all my hemp, so I'm going to put the price up slightly. And I'm also going to bring the limit I'm willing to sell down a little bit. So this is how much they will stock inside this area at one time. So they will still eventually sell 24 per year. They won't just drain all my hemp supplies. I'll actually bring that down to 12. Now, I also don't quite understand what raising the price does. I think it changes how much people are willing to buy. They may not buy the full 24 if the price is up.
Excellent work. It's easy to see that trade with other cities can be beneficial for both parties. You now have learned the basics of building a thriving town, feeding its people, establishing industry, and setting up trade with a neighboring city. It is now time, however, to leave the village of Banpo and found a new town at Early Tao.
There we go, guys. That ending screen popped up faster than I was prepared. It was as soon as we jumped over to February, so that must have been the Chinese New Year rather than January. So here we are. We've beaten Banpo, and it looks like that is the end of Banpo for us. We'll be heading over to Erlito now, a new town. We'll be starting from scratch. Maybe they'll give me a chance to build up my new little housing block and talk to you about that next episode. I've been Blxz. This has been Emperor. Make sure to, as always, smash that thumbs up button. And take care, guys. I'll see you next time.